girl, good girl. Hi, Bolo here with Real-Time Horsemanship. Today's quick tip, we're going to discuss ground tying. Ground tying is something that's very important to ranch work especially. It's pretty convenient, and the whole idea of ground tying is we're out in the open, not really hard tying your horse to a fence or hobbling them, that you can just stop them, get off your horse, and the horse stands still and waits for you to come back, and hopefully still there when you return. That's the whole idea. We call it ground tying. So we're going to get into some quick tips on that. We'll be right back. Hi, Bolo here with Real-Time Horsemanship. I work with equine rescues on a regular basis. I'm here to tell you they need your support. Taking a neglected, an abandoned, abused horse, usually untrained, and to rehab and rehome is quite an undertaking. All right, and the rescues need your help. So take a moment, seek out a rescue, donate a bag of food, donate your time. Whatever it is you can do to help, please do it, because that bag of food will last about one day. But the feeling you'll get from knowing you've helped these animals will last you a lifetime. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right? You tell them. You tell them. That's right. You tell them. Okay, we're back. And again, today's subject, we're going to talk about ground tying. And for those of you who don't know, ground tying is basically being able to park your horse in the open without having to hard tie them to a fence or hobble them, and they stay put. Because you're out on a ranch, again, it comes in really important, because you have to get off and do something off the horse. There's no place to tie your horse. You need to do your thing, and the horse should be there waiting for you when you get back. Otherwise, it's a long walk back to the ranch. But it's really good to teach a horse to do this. And again, it goes along with the mentality. My philosophy with teaching is when I ask a horse to do something, keep doing that thing until I ask you to do something different. In this case, I'm asking you simply to stand still. It's a very difficult thing for a lot of horses to do, is just stand still. Especially this thing right here. This is Buttercup again. She's a horse I've been working with for another owner. And she's kind of got the idea, but she may make some mistakes, and we're at that stage of her training. Buttercup is one half. There's special stories on her, by the way. There's a really unique history behind this horse. And I'll put a link below here. You really need to check this out, this particular horse. It's really interesting. But she is 1/2 Andalusian, 1/4 thoroughbred, 1/4 Arab, and 100% mare. So that combination is not well known for wanting to stand still and relax. So that's kind of important to get the horse to understand how to do that. The best time to teach them this is after a good workout. At the end of the day or at the end of a workout, whether it be training or just exercise or whatnot, that's a good time to really teach them this, because they're kind of looking for a place to just relax and get their breath anyway. So they're more inclined to want to stand still as if they're really fresh. Now this morning, it's a little bit cool morning, and she's still a little fresh right now, but I think we can get this done. We'll see what happens. But after a good workout, it's always best to teach them those relaxing type of exercises. So what I want to do is I'm just going to ride her around a little bit, then I want to park her, and I'm going to get off, and I'm going to expect her to stand still. So let me just kind of move her around a little bit, all right? And I'm going to give you some, again, do this after a workout. That's always better, all right? And again, I always say it's nice to have a horse that you've already worked with some, and the horse is learn to relax and not worry about the world. You know, they're fairly desensitized. Again, I always preach about respect, focus, and trust. You need to get those things, respect, focus, and trust, from your horse, okay? Come on, let's just move around a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, what we just did is we just kind of went around the arena here, and we just kind of loped around for just a little bit. That's all, for a few minutes. Just to give her a job to do, get her a little bit tired, introduce her to work. Now what I want to do is stand still, and I want her to stand still until I ask her to do something different. Okay, so I'm gonna, no matter what I do, when I'm on the saddle or off the saddle or out of the saddle, stand still until I ask you to do something different. So be careful of your body language. You don't want to ask her to do things on the ground now and her misread it. So watch your body language that you're not asking her to do anything. All right, get off your horse. And by the way, it should not matter which side you get off your horse. Matter of fact, you should do this anyway to train them. Remember, two sides, two different horses. Train both sides. So do this, getting off and on both sides. All right. So now I want my horse to stand still. That's it. If she takes little steps, I'm okay with that, but especially in the beginning. But I really want her to stay put. That way I can go over here and work, do what I want to do, work, and then come around and my horse is still there without having to tie the horse. Okay. So start kind of close to your horse. Give her a little reassurance. Thank you very much. That's what I want you to do. Then what I like to do, what works for me, is I start walking around the horse. Just walk around the horse, and again, the horse should just stay still. Walk around the horse. And again, be very cognizant of your body language, so she doesn't think that you're asking her to do something. So if she moves thinking you're asking her to do something, it's not your fault. So no body language. I'm not even looking at her, as a matter of fact. I'm watching her out of the corner of my eye. Not even looking at her. Now, change directions, walk around her. Then start getting a little bit further away. Because when you're close to them, they feel like, oh, I have to mind because the cowboy's right here. But as I get further and further away, the horse is pretty smart. They think, he can't get me now. I can just walk off or run off or whatever. Well, yeah, you can. But when I catch you, guess what we're going to do? Work. And by the way, we're in a nice arena. This is best done in an open arena. But actually, it entices them to run off or walk off. A lot of times they'll move toward the gate or go where they want to go. Doesn't matter, wherever I park you, that's where you stay. Now, if you notice, I'm kind of spiraling out a little bit, I guess. I keep changing directions. I get further and further away. And all I'm doing is real simple. I'm just daring her to make a mistake. Daring her to walk off. And if she does, what am I going to do? I'm going to go get her, get on her, and we're going to work some more. And she's got to understand that the choice is hers. You can either work or you can stand still and relax. It's kind of a simple choice, but the horse has to make it. Okay, so now I'm going to start getting really far away, and again I'm daring her to make the mistake. So far she's doing pretty good. That's what I like, a horse to stand there and not move. And in fact, I'm going to come over here and rattle this gate, see if I can entice her to. She thinks, well, her day is done. I'm going to rattle the gate. She's thought about it. Oh, there it is, right there. I rattled the gate a little bit. She thought, oh, her day's done. Okay, that wasn't bad enough for me to work her. She took a few steps, but she corrected herself. So long as she's thinking, she's trying to do the right thing. She knows I want her to stand still. She says, oh, the gate's open. But no, cowboy said to stand still. So test them. All right, then, and I see her, she's getting kind of relaxed mode here. Get back on the horse and just sit and then pet her. Good girl. This is what I want you to do. Life can be so easy. Because again, I keep saying the hardest thing for a horse to do sometimes is stand still. Especially when I mentioned Buttercup here. And I think I've already mentioned that she's like half Andalusian, a quarter Arab. Good girl. A quarter thoroughbred and 100% mare. And none of those are known to want to stand still and relax very much. So she's doing, considering everything, she's doing very, very good. Again, I start walking away. Okay, just walk away. I don't even know if I'm in the camera still or not. You can still hear me. I'm gonna go over here and just relax and talk to my buddies. I don't know, have a beer, whatever. me and a friend of mine, Doug, he's out there somewhere. We used to have little rivalry contests when we work shows and stuff together. We'd challenge each other to whose horse could stand still the longest without moving. That was fun. In fact, that could be a game you could do with this. Do the ground tie challenge. Put 2 horses out there, get off of them, and whichever one moves first loses. It's a pretty neat game. Yeah, wins you a lot of beer sometimes. So there we go. And she does good. Come back to her, pet her. Okay. Now again, there's a difference between her standing still. Now if I ask her, pay attention. So if I ask her to move, that's one thing. If I ask her to move, that's one thing, okay? But my body language, if I don't ask her to move, she stands still. So again, be very, very cognizant of your body language whenever you're asking a horse to stand still. You don't want them to confuse the fact that you're asking them to do something different. So always give the horse the benefit of the doubt. Make sure you don't make those mistakes. I'm not looking at her, giving her any instructions or any cues. I'm just walking around looking for my lost keys, and she needs to stand still until I get ready to get it back on her and ride off. So that's about it. It's just a pretty simple thing to do. It just requires a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, because in the beginning they're going to walk off. You may have to get on, lope them, park them, they'll walk off, do it again. You may have to do that several times, but I guarantee you if you do that right, okay, it'll work. It'll at some point they're going to say, you know what, standing still and relaxing really ain't that bad of a thing. No, Buttercup. All right, there you go. Just some tips on how to ground tie your horse. Bolo, real-time horsemanship. Good girl.